Well, my first guest joins me in studio, Mr. Dean Janes. He's the CEO of Imaging3 Incorporated, stock symbols IMGG. Dean, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Don.
You know, Dean, we've been following the company for about pretty close to a year now. We've seen a lot of exciting things happening. Just for people who are watching you for the first time, why don't you tell us again what the company does?
Well, Imaging3, we're developing a system called the DVIS, the Dominion Volumetric Imaging Scanner. It's a circular gantry that's mobile, fits through a regular room door and plugs into regular wall power, and it scans around the body in 360 degrees every 0.2 to 0.8 of a second, takes those images, puts it into a 3D construct, and then it updates it again every 0.2 to 0.8 of a second thereafter, giving you real-time three-dimensional imaging. Now, as I said, it's mobile, it plugs into regular wall power, fits through a regular room door, so it can be moved throughout the facility of a hospital, the surgery center, or whatnot, and used in multiple interventional procedures or surgical procedures. It's pending FDA approval, and we're really excited to get this product out there in the marketplace.
Well, we're looking at some video footage of the Dominion right now, and I had you prove this a few months ago. I said, okay, if it is portable and it is operable on 110 power, bring it to our studio, and you did.
Yes.
And so we're looking at footage of that right now. We're able to plug it into a regular wall. You walked it right in through the doors of the studio. So basically, if we're looking at a healthcare facility, they don't have to dedicate a room for the Dominion. They could basically move it anywhere in the hospital that the apparatus is needed, correct?
Well, absolutely, and you're not having to have those development costs of building out a room for it, like in CT and MR. You don't need any exotic power, three-phase power or whatnot. You can just move this throughout the facility, use it within, a standard operating room without, extra shielding. It's the same dose that you would get from a mobile C-arm. So, that versatility adds to the overall attractiveness of the product.
Now, there are a lot of people that are watching your company here as of late, and just to give you a history, if you've not been following this company, right around the first week or so of September, you were trading about 4 cents.
Right.
Since then, we've seen the stock just go whoosh. You've hit well past $1, came close to $2 at one point. I mean, this must be really exciting to see all of this activity go on, and I might mention with tremendous trading volume as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's been meteoric. It's fantastic, and it's exciting. I think it's we have no idea how this has happened. I think it's just by building a following. You get that you get the word out there about your company, and it's been a few years since we've been public, and we've been slowly building a following, and I think that it's nice to get that recognition, as a company, and it's great for shareholders. That's a heck of a rise for them, coming from 4 cents to almost $2. Right. On great volume too. So I mean, I think it's great for our stock as a company because there's a very good base of investors in the dollar range.
Well, if you're running to your computer right now to check on the symbol again, it's IMGG. The company is Imaging3. If you'd like more information, you can call us toll-free, 888-259-4449. Now, the last time you were on the program, you had speculated for us and our audience that this FDA approval that is pending and looming, so to speak, could actually be granted sometime here before the end of November. Do we think we're still on track for that?
Well, I do. Like we had mentioned on a previous show, I think, is that we're trying to build for the perfect storm, and obviously it's out of my hands is what the FDA is going to do, but the last round of questions that we were dealing with was a single question about our label. And as most people know, and this is my 5th 510K application, 4 successful prior to this one, is that this is really the meat of it, to where the label is like the prescription label of medicine. What is it intended to be used for? And once that's ironed out, I think we'll probably get an approval at that stage.
Well, I have to think here strictly from a personal perspective that we're about ready to see some pretty exciting things happen for you. I mean, we've seen the stock price take off and the volume take off. You've got this FDA approval right on the cusp, so to speak. You're going to a big show at the end of this month. It's a radiology show in Chicago. Tell us about that.
Well, it's RSNA. It stands for Radiological Society of North America. It's the largest trade show of its kind. It's like the 3rd largest in the world. It's for 70,000 physicians from all over the world. Medical professionals from all over the world come to view the latest technology in imaging technology. And we've got a great booth. We're right in between on a major aisle between GE and Toshiba. It's, you know, we're going to get a lot of traffic. Hopefully we have FDA approval. We can start selling this product at that time. And, you know, we've built a big following with this piece of equipment. A lot of medical professionals are waiting for FDA approval.
Well, let's talk about that. So let's assume that you get to the show in Chicago. It's the weekend after Thanksgiving, right?
Right.
And you've got FDA approval just about in your back pocket, if not in your back pocket.
Right.
And yeah, you're starting to generate all of this sales, and I know you have some pent-up sales already.
Mm-hmm.
How quickly can you ramp up production to meet that kind of demand?
Well, very quickly. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but I mean, it's great to have more orders than you can manufacture at the initial stages, but we'll ramp up very quickly. We've worked with, you know, during this FDA approval time, we've built relationships with manufacturers here in the United States and abroad, and I think we should be able to hit the ground running once we get FDA approval and be able to hit these orders. Again, it's a really good problem to have, to sell more than what you can make, you know, because obviously we get a 50% deposit or a deposit down for the system prior to sell.
Again, we're talking with Imaging3 Incorporated, stock symbols IMGG, and our toll-free number, good from anywhere in the world, is 888-259-4449 to get free information in the mail. Now, Dean, of course, you know, you can't pick up a newspaper, turn on TV without reading about, you know, economic distress globally. You know, during all that, you folks have just been doing tremendously here, especially in the last 60 days. But as CEO, with all of this going on, do you have any concerns about being able to have access to the capital necessary to fill the orders that you're going to get?
None whatsoever. I mean, there is a, you know, it was one of the biggest financial messes of our lifetime. But, you know, in the marketplace, there's still quite a bit of money that's out there for microcap companies like ourselves. We've got a great story, a great product. You know, a great foundation for, you know, major companies to invest in Imaging3, and we'll be able to, you know, hit the ground running from, you know, the manufacturing side, and we've talked to a lot of people from a finance side, so I'm not worried about it at all.
I would have to think, as good as 2009 has been for the company, you're probably ramping up and expecting a pretty busy 2010.
Oh yeah, 2010 looks to be our breakout year. I mean, even though we've, you know, had our stock prices had some great success, I mean, I think this is just the beginning of what we're going to be able to do. I mean, I can't live and die by my stock price. I mean, I love it, I'm happy,
sure,
but, you know, we've got a job to do. We're going to take this product, we're going to get it out into the marketplace, and that's the most exciting part for me.
Well, seeing a share price jump from a 4-cent level and, you know, 30 or 40 or 50,000 shares traded per day to its current, you know, somewhere between $1.50 and $2 and trading 5 and 6 and 7 million shares a day, that's got to be validation of what the company has been doing.
Well, absolutely. I mean, like I've said before, is you're actually seeing a very strong base of investment in this company at very high levels, which is a very good thing for the company for the long term. And I think the majority of the investors in Imaging3 is long-term investors.
Why is it a good time right now for folks to take a closer look at Imaging3?
Well, this is a Cinderella story. This is what America's all about. You know, having a bright young CEO take a great product that's into the marketplace on the cusp of having such great things going out there. This is a truly breakthrough technology that's going to be disruptive into this industry, and it's going to really have a significant impact. On the way, we're going to make money, which is great. It's what I think makes this country so great, the innovation of technology and introducing technology. Most people are shocked to realize that GE or all the major players didn't invent the MR or the CT. It's a little guy like me that's came up with a great idea that invents this technology.
Well, you were just tickled here at MoneyTV to be reinitiating coverage of the company. We're going to be following you through, I think, what are going to be some of the most significant developments over the next several months. Again, thanks for joining us once more.
Well, thanks for having me again, Don.